Every random thought, memory, and idea bouncing around your head can become content people actually want to consume. You just need a way to collect it, organize it, and shape it for your audience. The problem is your brain isn't a filing cabinet. You can't pull memories on demand the moment you sit down to write. So you need a system, somewhere to stash every thought, lesson, and bit of knowledge you pick up, and somewhere you can actually find it again. Mine is called the Content Marketer OS, a Notion-based system that runs content from raw idea to published piece, built entirely on what I call captures. Okay, what are captures? A capture is a refined building block of content, a specific lesson, idea, or observation pulled from a source, a lived experience, or a thought you had in the shower. They all live in one database you can search, filter, tag, and connect. Think of it as a second brain that actually remembers and lets you sort the contents. Every capture is one of 3 flavors. Together they make up the KET framework. Knowledge is what you've learned from external sources like articles, books, research, videos, industry reports, etc. Experience is lessons your own projects feed into you, the experiments, the mistakes, the things that actually shipped. And thoughts, your original ideas, contrarian takes, and spontaneous realizations. One capture is enough for a short social post. Stack a few together and you've got an article or a YouTube video. The strongest content blends all 3. Knowledge builds credibility, experience proves it works, and thoughts make it uniquely yours. How do you collect captures? Most second brain tools give you one inbox and call it a day. The Content Marketer OS gives you 3, because that's how material actually shows up in your life. The Vault, articles, videos, and books you clip from the web. This is where your knowledge captures come from. Your journal is where you reflect on lived experience and pull lessons out of it. Your experience captures spawn here. And Brain Dump, raw, spontaneous ideas captured before they evaporate. This is where thought captures live. What makes a good capture? Write every capture specific enough to stand on its own. When I first tested the Content Marketer OS, my Notion agent flagged a pattern fast. Vague captures produced vague content every time. A capture that just said simplicity is good gave my agent nothing to work with when it came time to write. But simple onboarding beats feature-rich complexity, users completed setup 3 times faster. Now we're cooking. The output is bounded by the input. Spend the extra 30 seconds. Your future self will thank you every time that capture gets pulled into a draft. How do you use captures to write content? Tag each capture to a topic pillar, one of the strategic themes your brand creates content about, and the Notion agent skills built into the Content Marketer OS take it from there. Write content. It stitches captures into a unified argument. Idea Alchemy spots patterns across your captures and turns them into new content ideas. And Idea Enrichment pulls the exact captures that back a specific content idea when there needs to be more substance. The writing process changes shape entirely. You're not just staring at a blank page, you're handing your agent knowledge, experience, and thoughts you've already collected and letting it arrange the argument. Every capture links back to the original source. You can always trace a piece of content back to where it came from. So that's captures, the smallest unit of your content and the thing that every post, article, and video gets built from. You can get this whole setup with the Content Marketer OS, the Vault, the Journal, the Brain Dump, the KET framework, and agent skills, all packaged as a Notion template so your reading, experience, and thoughts become a library you can actually write from. To learn more about the Content Marketer OS, visit contentmarketeros.com.